Right, evangelie for the kingdom of Yah. Me and my son Mani is here,
Hello.
and we're gonna try our best to try to explain the thing of Adam, at the creation of Adam, and what is actually happened there at that actually at the seventh day. Okay, because we are, as Adamites, are the seventh day creations, but not the sixth. The sixth day was the man and woman creation, but the seventh day was Adam. So we're going to take a few verses and a few references, and we can go with therefore. So, Marty, you can start there from the references because we know what we are talking about. Now we're going to take some strong references and we're going to a little bit this way and that way to understand what's the actually meaning. So you're going to read the actual numbers, whatever, so that they can
Find it
go.
in the dictionary itself.
They can do that by themselves. All right? Can you see that, my son? Go for it.
In
H.
the dictionary, under H127,
Strong's dictionary,
the
mate.
Strong's dictionary,
Okay.
of course, the word Adam, also known as Adama, is also pronounced Ad or Ma. From the H119, it means soil, country, earth, ground, or husband,
Land.
or land, yes, of course.
That's a general uh,
Definition for
redness. Actually from redness, all right?
the second
Different.
one would be H776, which is actually pronounced Eretz or Eretz.
Right?
Pronunciations are so
Sure.
lovely.
Go for it.
It is from an unused root, probably meaning to be firm. The earth at large or partly a
Well,
land.
hang on. Just don't read it as a sentence. You must stop there because now you're talking in
Yeah, it's
brackets.
just by explaining
In
the previous
brackets,
word.
yeah,
In brackets, at large or partially a land.
that's what it is to say earth,
Mm.
right?
In
Go
other
on.
words, common country, earth, field, ground, land, nations, or wilderness or world.
I'll say. So now we'll know a little bit of the Adama and the Earths. Now we can go on. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, now we can go on to the scriptures by itself. We're gonna go on to Genesis 1 verses 1.
In the beginning, our Creator prepared, formed, fashioned, and created the heavens and the earth.
Right. What is it actually created?
Eretz.
Earths. So he created, he formed, and whatever he prepared, formed and fashioned. That right? You can go on.
In
No. You not don't read
Genesis
the
2 verse
Afrikaans. Go. Just go. Keep on English. All right.
I'll have to skip that one.
Okay.
In Genesis 2 verse 19. And out of the ground Yah our Creator formed. Out of the ground.
Out of the ground, he formed. Right? As
Yes.
we read it in verses 1 and 1:1, and now we heard something else. Out of the ground, Yah created and formed. Right?
Mm.
We're gonna go now to back to Genesis 1:24.
And our Creator said, let the earth, again, to use the example H776 from the Strongs, which is Eretz,
That's
bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creeping things, and wild beasts. Wild in bracket, of course, but beasts.
what does he say actually? Out of the ground, he just gave a word. He speak a word, and then out of the ground, there's that living livestock, creeping things, whatever comes forward. You
Yeah.
see? So out of the ground, right? Then we go on to Genesis 2 4 verse 7.
Then our Creator formed man from the dust of the ground.
Do you hear that? Out of the dust of the ground. The other was not out of the dust. He created out of the dust man, not man and woman like in Genesis 1. In Genesis 1, he created man and woman.
Yeah.
He spoke the word, but as I said in Genesis 2, verse 7, out of the dust of the ground. The other was earth. The other was another type of creation.
Mm.
Do you agree with me? Right.
Otherwise, you'd have to think of it like this, as in the Bible must have an error then. Yes, the only one that occurs in the entire book.
The error is in your mind.
Yeah, because
I'm
why
not.
would it
I'm
say the
not.
same thing twice?
I'm not gonna go further. Otherwise, you're gonna You're gonna stop me
Be
again.
nice.
Right. Now you're gonna go on to
In the
the.
Strong's again, the one you can just look up is again H1 to 120.
That's we busy now with Genesis 2 verses 7. In connection with this dust of the ground.
Yeah.
Right. Go on.
Again, H120 is Adam again or Dam, as pronounced for those who struggle. From H1119, which means ruby, that is a human being, in other words, or mankind,
And individual,
individual or a species.
that's a mankind.
Mm.
Right. You must read all the whole word.
Yes.
Right. And then you can get another one.
H6083. Its definition is afar or afar, from the definition H6080, which means dust, as powdered or grey, hence clay, earth, mud, ashes, dust, earth, ground, mortar, powder, or sometimes rubbish.
Right. So now we read in Genesis 2 verses 7. Then our Creator formed man.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Which is Adam.
Which is Adam H120. From the dust. And that is H60.
6083,
Yeah.
which is afar.
Yeah. Of the ground. Adama.
Yeah.
But Adama, now you hear everything actually fall in places to understand what is the creation in connection with Adam.
Yeah.
Right. We read in Genesis 1 verse 6.
Our Creator said, "Let us, Father and Son."
Who's that us? That father, us is father and son.
Mm.
So it's more than one. But anyway, we're not going to argue there. So stay by the point. So our Creator said, "Let us." Yeah.
Make mankind in our image, after our likeness.
You heard that. That's very important, so that we can understand. Some creation like that one is like the Adam. It's not Adam. It's not the part we are struggling with now. It is here. It's like the Adam.
Oh, yeah, this
That's
is
very much.
after our likeness.
Yeah, that's very important to know. It looks like us, but it ain't us. It ain't an Adamite.
Yes, but yeah.
Don't you agree? We can, right? As I said to you, Marnie, it's in connection with Adam. Adam was as a color. It's a white guy who can blush or whatever. So Adam was different than the other creations.
Thus, it is said about there was.
So there was brown guys, black guys, whatever. It looks like the Adamite, but it ain't an Adamite. So because you got to know this, you can say that you read there.
In the dictionary definition of
Yeah.
H122, Adam is actually from the word H119, which means rosy, red, and ruby.
That's very, very important, because now you hear there's a creation that actually point out the ruby guy, the rosy guy, the guy that is different than the other creation of the whatever. So that is very important to understand. But anyway,
It's a defining characteristic.
yeah, we're gonna go on. Right, Marty. Remember, my English is not that delicious, eh? Don't worry about my pronouncements and whatever my present and past tenses.
Pronunciation was the word.
All right, go for it. Now we're gonna read some verses and we're gonna little bit talk whatever in connection what the scenario is, whatever of Genesis. What are we
Genesis 1:26.
Right.
And Yah said, "Let us make man," and our Creator said, "Let us make man in our image."
Stop there. Let us make something as a man like in our images. That's what I say. You can go after him to say after.
In our image, after our likeness.
Did you hear that? After our likeness. That do look like us.
They look like us.
But the others,
Yes.
they are my family. That's not me. Me are my family. You know, something that actually is your sons.
Mm.
Go on.
And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
That's it. There you have that. Who's that? Who is that gonna do that? Who's good?
The man like.
The man like. The man likenesses do that. Right, go on. So okay.
Genesis 1:27 says, So Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah he created him. Male and female created he them. And Yah blessed them. And our Creator said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the
So
earth.
26 actually is verse 28. There's a discussion between father and son, and the father and son decided to right, let me do that. And 28 has actually said, right, there it is, go for it. I have already created you, now you can go on and do that. Right. But the main thing here is 27. He created them male and female. Not male only, because Adam was male only.
Yes.
Then he saw Adam is alone.
Yes.
Then he created a female
Yes.
out of Adam. So this one is very, very important to understand. He created male and female, and he gave them what do we opdracht?
Command.
A command. Well, he gave them a command to say,
Be fruitful.
be fruitful and multiply.
Adam,
So,
Eve,
and
they got
Adam
the
not
command.
Adam wasn't he didn't receive that command, as you said. Right. We're gonna go on to the Adam creation. Okay, Moni, we got to stop. Or before we go to Adam, we got to read Genesis 1 verse 31.
And Genesis 1 verse 31
Our
says,
Creator.
And our Creator saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
Now, you got to understand this. He created first day, second day, till the sixth day.
Yeah.
He created and formed and fashioned everything. That's man and woman inclusive.
Yes.
So now you got to know is if he is finished. He was finished now. The sixth day was everything finished.
Yeah.
So now we saw that, and he saw everything was good. He was satisfied because I see all the creations around about him. And it's evening and morning. The sixth day is finished now. Klar. What about the seventh day now? Now we're going to go over to the seventh day. Right, Marty, we're going to go on with Genesis 2, first and second verses.
Genesis 2 verse 1. Thus the heaven and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day our Creator ended his work which he had made. He rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made.
Do you heard that? Thus the heaven and the earth was finished. As I said, it's klaar. It's klaar gemaakt. He was finished. There's nothing else in connection with that word. He's finished. The man and woman, every creation was finished. It's klaar gemaakt. Right. And all around him.
Yeah.
Everything. From a gogga deer to a little bit of a flower, whatever. Everything was finished. Do you agree with me?
I agree.
And the second one, you said, and on the seventh day, our Creator ended his work. Do you hear that? Do you hear the words now? On the sixth day was everything already finished. No. It wasn't finished. He said here, very, very important, and it's Genesis 2, the second verse. He said, and he ended his work on the seventh day.
Yeah.
So that's very, very important. A lot of people don't just read because they can read most lekker, and read somewhere fast and vinnig, and then it's everything. No, read what they is actually saying. And on the seventh day, our Creator ended his work, which he had made. Ended his work. He ended on the seventh day, not the sixth day. On the sixth day, there was a man and woman, and everything was there. because the first verse gave it to you. He said, "Thus the heavens and the earth was finished, but on the seventh day he ends his work." You can go on now, verses 3.
In verse 3, and our Creator blessed the seventh day.
Bless the seventh day. That's very, very important. What was on the seventh day? The creation that we talk about, and that is the Adamite. So the Adamite was created on the seventh day, and he was blessed, because Yahusha said in the New Testament, he said the seventh day wasn't for the other way around. It's for you. You are the seventh day creation, and the seventh day is for you to do what can I say?
A day of rest.
A day of rest and a day of help. The day is for
day of cleansing and a day of healing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, go on.
And sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which our Creator created and made.
Hallelujah.
These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day of Yahusha our Creator, made the earth and the heavens.
Yeah, that's yeah, you can Yahusha didn't
Yeah, but
that his name wasn't there yet, so you can say Yah or
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah.
Okay.
and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for our Father and our Creator had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
I say.
But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground.
Stop there. Do you hear? Do you hear that verse 5? And there was no man to do something there. There was no man, because Adam was the first man. Adam was the first one that actually got that. The other guys, they actually received the trees and the fruit and whatever that grows there in the field. They can just live from it, would you know? But Adam must do something else. So now you got to know, so because there was no man to till the ground. How can there be no man to till the ground? Because you heard there was a 6 day man and woman. So there was man and woman to do that.
Yeah.
No, they didn't receive that. That's why you got to hear what the verse actually explained to you. Right, verse 6.
But there went up a mist from the earth that watered the whole face of the ground. And our Creator formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living soul.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. That he said to in the other verses, there's a living soul.
But he even said that he breathed on them, that there was a breath of life given to them.
So Adam is the only creation that do have a living soul. The other ones do have souls, yeah. They do have souls in connection with, like I already explained, like a guy that got a rank. The one guy got before a sergeant, and the sergeant got a rank. Like I gave to your soul, I got a rank. Oh, I'm a sergeant now, and you are not. What you could do something that you're not supposed to do, and I'm gonna take your rank away from you. Now you're no more a sergeant. Now you're a normal troop. You've been doing demoted. Now you're a normal soldier. So what's going to happen? You try to. I got to try to explain it in my lovely English, but that's what it is. So they gave them something, the other creations.
Yeah.
But Adam, he was born like it.
Yes.
Like it, with other words, he was someone Clara captain or whatever, you know. He was born. My son.
The definition of being born a king.
Yeah, and the other words is my biological son. The biological son is you. You are my biological son. You can blow pink or pears. You're gonna stay my son. If you want to get rid of whatever, cut your foot off or whatever, you're gonna stay my son. You can do what you will. But Now there's another guy that I actually adopt.
Yeah.
He will never be my son. He can't be my blood because my blood is in you through my wife. Through my wife, your mom, you are there. That's why you are biological, my son. But not the guy that actually wasn't my son. You see, you understand? So the say is altijd die appel van die ver van die boom af.
The apple doesn't fall from the tree.
That is what it is. You understand? So that's very, very important. So what is gelees? Out of the dust of the ground. Now you hear this creation, Adamah, is created out of the dust of the ground, and he breathed the life, the actually biological, as you said, living soul into one creation out of the ground, the dust out of the ground. So that is biological. As we can read that Matthew. In Matthew, we read the tree. Wat noemen we dit? Die stamboom? Ja, wat noemen we? Family tree, ja. Family tree, and you read, there stands, and Adam, the son of, yeah, we're going to read it now. Wat is al verder? Zo. Wat is dat? Oh. No. I see I make a fault. It's was fault, no?
Mistake.
A mistake, ach, iemand. I make a mistake. We actually must go to Lucas 3 verses 38. And it is
in Luke 3:38. It says, which was the son of Enos, which is the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of the Father.
Hallelujah. Hopefully this opened minds and eyes and whatever. What was Adam? He was the
son of the Father.
He was the son of the Father. The others wasn't the son of the Father. Otherwise you could say, oh well, what? The sheep. The sheep was the son of the Father. The cow was the son of the Father. No. Every creation was there. Every creation was there till the 6th day. None of them was the son of the Father.
Yeah.
But the Adam that was created on the 7th day, he was the son of the Father. Hopefully that opened eyes, minds, and whatever. Anything else, my son?
I think that is all, but in case of other questions that would like to be answered, please do not be scared to ask.
Yeah, why not? Your name is?
My name is Martinez. My cell phone number is 072-386-5286. My email address is monidupre15@gmail.com.
Is it 15 or 15?
Yeah, well, it starts with Afrikaans, so 5. I can say everything else in English except my email.
My name is natuurlijk, nee? Naturally. As Georg Dupré. I do the preaching. I think it's preaching, but I don't like the word
really
preaching. Yeah.
But
anyway, I do the it's called evangeliebediening of the kingdom of Yah, but it's actually an Afrikaans evangeliebediening van die koninkryk van Yah. You can find it on a network too. On a network, it is evangeliebediening.co.za. And my email address is evangeliebd@gmail.com. My cell phone number 072-1876-076. From my side, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I thought you were going to say that.